Mr. President.
The senator from Michigan is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to commend Senator Murray for her amendment. I'm very proud to be a co-sponsor of that, and I strongly support the motion to waive the Budget Act. When my friend from South Dakota talked about we shouldn't spend money on things we don't need, well, Mr. President, we need jobs. We need jobs, and that's exactly what this amendment does. The additional resources in this amendment of $25 billion, according to the normal formulas that are used, by my calculation, would create over 1,187,500 new good-paying jobs. And that's exactly what we need to do to get this economy going again. With all due respect to my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, the reality is we've had 8 years of their philosophy. 8 years of a philosophy focused on the supply side of supply and demand. Start at the top, it will trickle down. What has that gotten us? What has that gotten us? Well, I can tell you just in the last year alone, what that has meant to us: 2,956,000 good-paying American jobs gone, just in 1 year. I can also tell you that just over the last 8 years in manufacturing, which is the backbone of the middle class in America, we've lost over 4.1 million manufacturing jobs. So what this plan is about, what this amendment is about, what this recovery plan is about, is changing the way we do business, changing the priorities, focusing on middle class workers, communities, folks working hard to stay in the middle class or get into the middle class, the people who need money in their pocket to be able to buy things in this country so we can have a strong economy again. We're talking about, in this proposal, creating jobs in America. That's what this is about. Now, the philosophy that has been operating for the last 8 years has put us in a situation where we've lost more jobs last year than any other time since 1945. 11 million people are out of work in this country. Something has to change. And I want to commend our committee chairman for their leadership, Senator Baucus, Senator Inouye, for their leadership and all of the good work that has gone on to change the direction of what has been happening here. The reality is we are at a point in time in this country where we've got to focus on the folks that want a job, that want to get up and be able to go to work in the morning, to be able to pay the bills and keep the mortgage and put the kids in college and put food on the table. That's what this amendment does. This is about rebuilding America. And at the end of it, we as taxpayers get something for it. We know that a quarter of our bridges are in dangerous condition. We know that we need to focus on roads and bridges and water and sewer systems, building the 21st century schools for our children, more focus on public transportation. We need to focus on those things that are going to create good-paying jobs in America. And Mr. President, that's what this amendment is all about. We've had enough of policies that only focus on a few. We've had enough on policies that ask the majority of Americans to sit and wait for something to trickle down to them and their family. This recovery plan rejects a philosophy that has not worked. And frankly, Mr. President, it's a philosophy that was rejected last November. People are saying they want to change the focus. And so what have we done? We've put together a recovery plan that focuses on jobs rebuilding America, and that's what the Murray Amendment does. We focused on green manufacturing and green technologies, which are so important to our future. Because as manufacturing was the backbone of the middle class for the last century, the green manufacturing, green economy will build the manufacturing, will build the middle class of the future. And so we have significant investments that move us in that direction, that not only make sure we are growing fuels and that we are operating in a more efficient manner, but that we are building the green technologies here so the jobs are here in America. That's what this is about, Mr. President. And I believe strongly that we need to waive this Budget Act. We need to get on with the Murray Amendment, because the bottom line of all of this that we're focused on is rebuilding the middle class of this country. Thank you, Mr. President.